Hey class, welcome to week two. Week one went pretty well. Most people met expectations on the discussion board and their first assignment, and we're moving along. Keep in mind that for the discussion board, we do have that soft due date on that Tuesday before midnight. This is just to get that first submission in so that we can start to facilitate some conversation. I do usually check on Tuesday or Wednesday, but keep in mind there's not really a grade for this. It's just to be able to get you moving on that discussion board. Um, and most of the discussion boards from here on out will be assignments from the previous week. So hopefully that flows pretty well. It's going to be submitting this week the most successful drawing from week one with a few sentences critiquing that. And then you're going to be critiquing other students' submissions from there. So yeah, most weeks will be like that. It'll be the previous week's assignment that will be submitted, and then we will have that conversation, everything due before Friday. Once again, keep in mind, before Tuesday is usually that first submission. It just makes conversation easier, although it is technically a soft due date. It really does help the conversation as that continues to move through. So just keep that in mind in future weeks. The other thing we're going to look at is the lecture for week two. It's going to be contour drawing. There's a difference between, say, a blind contour or a cross contour drawing. Blind contours are drawings that you do not look at the drawing while you are rendering. You stay focused on your subject matter. Usually they turn into pretty silly drawings. We're actually going to be warming up with those this week. Here's an example of 4 blind contours of a hand. That's actually what we're going to be doing. We're going to be drawing our non-dominant hand from observation without looking at the drawings. Keep in mind there's always demo videos for everything that we're going to be doing. You can always take a look at those. Also, if you ever want to jump ahead and look at demo videos, there will be a pretty clear expectation of future assignments. But it's just easier to kind of stay on track, especially with the critique process, to be able to be all kind of doing the assignment at the same time and then not rushing forward on things. A cross contour is going to be lines that describe volume or depth of a form. So it's actually the physical form of that object or form. And that's going to be a more extended drawing that we're going to be doing on this assignment as well. Keep in mind that we will need that same materials as week one. If you don't have your materials yet, next week you will start needing at least your charcoal. So start getting those materials as soon as possible. Hopefully if they were ordered on week one, there's plenty of time, 2 weeks in this first space to get all your materials necessary so that you can start getting that when we need those. Here's the assignment sheet. You will complete 4 10-minute blind contour drawings, single sheet of paper, and then on your second sheet of paper, 1 45-minute cross contour drawing. The photos here at the bottom, remember the easiest way, either a Google Drive or a Microsoft Word, drag all those photos in, type your required materials, and then go from there. Here are some blind contour drawings, really good examples. Once again, students are not looking at these drawings when they're rendering. You start drawing your form, you draw to completion, and then you take a look at them from there. Keep in mind, it does say 10-minute blind contour drawings. It is pretty difficult to just spend 10 minutes on one drawing. It's going to feel like a very long time, but it should be at minimum 3 to 5 minutes per drawing for these warm-up blind contours. Remember, don't just look at the outline of the hand, look at all of the details within. Try to describe the volume of the hand, and if truly staying blind, they might look a little ridiculous, but that's a good thing. Then the 45-minute cross contour drawing is going to be of just an object or objects, plural, that you may have around the house. And remember, we're using line to try to describe volume. There's another good demo video here where I think I do a chess piece. I'm trying to think about the space and the volume of that object only using line. As always, good photos are the easiest way for me to see those images and give you a good grade. So take that extra second, make sure they're well lit, and we'll go from there. Okay, so week 2 is pretty straightforward, similar to week 1. Remember, you're going to have 4 blind contour drawings, and then 1 cross contour drawing. All be submitted the same way that we submitted that first week. Just remember that discussion board, same thing. That first due date on Tuesday is kind of a soft due date, but we are looking for that first submission before Tuesday on that week, and then always Friday by before midnight will be the due date per week for those things. Okay, thanks everybody. Email with questions. Good luck this week.